Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Brickdown with your boy Vintage. What's
What's up?
up,
What's up?
Bricksford? And we have a very special guest that, if you have seen any content on this channel, the Brickdown, you have 100% seen multiple, much more content on this wonderful, wonderful Spaceman's channel as well.
So
It's our
here we
own.
are, guys. We get the special privilege of revealing Bricko to everybody to the world for the very first time. So who is ready for it? All right, here we go. Boom! There he is, the one and
Hey!
only Bricko.
Face reveal right here live on the Brickdown podcast.
Beautiful.
uh,
And what a beautiful smiley face we have today. Like
mm-hmm.
it. I like it.
Always in a happy mood, can tell.
I got to tell you, it's really good to have, like a champion of the community, of our little community, and just a champion of the community, on to chit chat and kind of hang
Hey, I
out.
appreciate it. I'm really glad to be here.
All right. Saw the video today. The video today was
Yeah.
incredible.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's going to be probably a lot of spoilers in this episode if you have
Yeah.
not seen the Bricko video from earlier today. But it's a very
The
exciting
update video. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a good rest this year.
You know what? Before we
Yeah.
get too carried away, Bricko, how about you go ahead? For anybody living under a rock who hasn't heard of you, how about you just take a second? Quick introduce yourself, what you do. Yeah.
Sure. I'm a content creator. I make videos for Lego Legacy, as well as some other Lego games starting soon. I've been doing YouTube on this channel since mid-December. So yeah, I've been playing Lego Legacy since mid-November. So it's
Mm.
been a journey, but I mean it's been going really well so far. We just hit 2.5K, and I mean I'm doing what I love. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's a milestone. That's a
Yep.
milestone achievement for sure. Well deserved.
So what's your next big milestone you're aiming for?
The next one's probably 5K.
5K is the big one you're looking forward to?
Yeah. Then after that's probably 10.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Now
I mean, it's a good goal.
you've seen exponential growth. So I mean, you had discussed in your video earlier today that the last 500 just kind of like flew by.
Yeah, we went from 2,000 to 2,100 in like 6 days,
Wow.
and from there it just grew pretty quickly and pretty steadily actually, like pretty close to 10 per day, which is crazy. And it's just been going up. So yeah, the exponential growth is definitely there, and I think especially once I start doing videos on other games and reaching other audiences, more people will enjoy the videos, and I think it'll just grow more from there. So yeah.
That whole move with the trailer. I don't know if I told you, but the moment that I had seen that, I started posting it absolutely everywhere I possibly could because I felt like I was
Yeah.
the first viewer, and I'm like, listen, I gotta get this out to the people.
Uh-huh.
Just the way that it was done, it was like so eloquent and very insightful. Really, really, really super job on that one.
Whoops.
I enjoyed it
Thanks.
more than the trailer.
Thanks. Yeah, like I mentioned in the update video, I didn't know a lot about the game at that time, so I just kind of took my knowledge of Lego and Star Wars and tried to just meld it all together to make a breakdown.
All right, I got the tough question for you then. Which do you like more, Lego or Star Wars? The question of the day.
That's definitely a hard one. I think, it's really close. I'd probably have to go with Star Wars.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I mean, Star Wars is the OG. Well, I guess in the thing, I mean, I'm sure you guys know of the story, but when there was that bankruptcy issue problem
Oh yeah.
possibility going on in the 90s, Star Wars, that IP took them right out of it.
Yeah,
You know,
seriously, in '99, that
Mhm.
that was the catalyst for
And
saving their company.
they're talking in regards to Lego, by the way, guys, in case you weren't aware. It was the Lego
Yeah.
Right.
bankruptcy.
I don't think Star Wars has been at risk of bankruptcy for a while.
I mean,
There's a lot.
clearly not if they're bailing other companies out.
For real.
Hey, when's
Uh,
when's the next season of The Mandalorian coming out? It's
the 30th, right?
Yep,
over.
end of October.
Yeah, less than 2 months.
Yep.
So pumped.
Man, that's gonna be amazing.
You know, speaking of Mandalorian, we got the child, Baby Yoda, the Yoda lightsaber. Very
Oh,
cool set.
yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't think
I
I've
mean,
actually seen the set yet.
Brickster,
the
do you want to explain it?
yeah. So basically, it was mayhem. So the Mos Eisley Cantina. Am I saying that right? Mos Eisley.
Yeah.
That's the proper way to say it because I keep on thinking in my mind I'm saying it wrong. So the Mos Eisley Cantina set, the big one that just came out, there was a gift with purchase tied to it, and it was the Yoda lightsaber, and apparently there was only 3,000 of them made. So
Ooh.
they went out of stock in like 45 minutes, and this thing is just hype right now on the internet at like $100 or whatever it is. So I'm thinking, think about early on in like your YouTube days and just your thought process and your YouTube days, Bricko. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a video to explain that you could actually bricklink this thing for $20. In my mind, I was thinking $20. And I'm just going through the process trying to learn this whole stream software that you know but basically the lightsaber, it was botched. The whole entire thing is botched. I don't know the set number offhand, but
So I was actually looking it up today. There's apparently 3 set numbers tied to it, which makes absolutely 0 sense, but whatever.
yeah.
Are there 3 unique ones on Bricklink?
Well, so
No,
it's 3 set numbers, but they all lead to the same set, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Bricklink will tie them together.
Mhm.
So just basically all 3 numbers will go to the same thing, and then it'll reference that there are actually 3
Oh
numbers
yeah,
to
there
it.
it is. So is the
Yeah.
only exclusive piece the plate that says Yoda's lightsaber?
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only exclusive piece. Now, I mean, I'm guessing if that piece ever hits the market, it'll probably be like $7, $8, maybe. You
Yeah.
could probably get a used one a year from today for probably that price.
Mhm.
But I mean, the rest of the parts, I mean, that's why, Bricklink in itself is such a good tool because, you can just basically put it all together, Bricklink the parts, and it's $30.
For sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
Bricklink is amazing. I've been using it for probably over 4 years now.
there
Super
you go.
useful.
It's the best. And
So,
it's like a rabbit hole too.
going off of
Yeah.
that, if you've been using it for 4 years, you're obviously a big Lego fan. What is your
Yes.
favorite Lego set that you've gotten so far?
My favorite one, let me actually look up the set number.
All right, here. We can pull it up. We'll move this out of the way.
Pull up.
There we go. It is set 7649, the Ultra Drill Walker from Mars Mission.
Oh man, that just sounds expensive.
It is. I actually bought one sealed and then
Oh, wow.
opened it just because I wanted to treat myself and have that experience of building a set from way back when.
Oh,
But
So
yeah.
there it is.
yeah, and it transforms, which was kind of a staple of the Mars Mission theme, which I loved. And I feel like this set executes it better than most of the other ones.
Wow. I've never seen this set.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never even heard of this set before. Super
It's
cool
such
set,
a
though.
sturdy build too. It looks like it might be kind of flimsy, but it does not fall over. I've got it like on a shelf and it is extremely sturdy.
Wow.
I mean, I think it looks like a pretty cool set.
Yeah, it was a
Let's
fun
see.
build. The
2008.
only downside is there are a lot of stickers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can
Well,
definitely see that.
A lot of large parts though too. I mean, you get a lot of stickers sometimes with all of these very large parts in these old school sets,
Mhm.
and it hides a lot of the sins.
Yeah, it definitely makes the sets look better, but they're still a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can definitely see all the stickers on these because, oh my God, it's like on every single piece there's,
Yeah.
at least 3 or 4 stickers that you can see just right off the bat. Then this big base modular thing, you can see like 4 stickers per leg basically, and just insane.
The
I see
stickers
what you mean.
they're always nerve-wracking too, especially on like strange, like if it's curved or like strange shapes where it's not fully square and you're trying to get
Yeah.
it into a
Yeah, and
trapezoid, stick it into a
I'm a bit of a
trapezoid.
perfectionist, so if the sticker isn't on
Yeah.
like absolutely perfect, I have to always like
Yes.
take it off and do it again.
Do you use the X-Acto knife method too?
No, I don't. I just freehand it, and typically it's all right,
Right.
but yeah.
I'm also kind of a perfectionist. We have sticker challenges when we build here at the house. My kid's
That
getting
sounds
good at them.
fun.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I would say like
drive me
with
nuts
Jay's
sometimes.
Cyber Dragon when I was building that, it has only a couple stickers, but I'm always like, gotta put this on perfectly as close to the middle as I can get
Yeah,
it. Don't want it to look
Uh-huh.
stupid.
it's like crossing the finish line. Don't
Yeah,
twitch.
for sure. So you have any other big sets that you like? Big fan
I
of?
also like another Mars mission one, the Switch Fighter 7647. It's a smaller set, but that was one that I saw years ago and always wanted. And then once I discovered Bricklink, I was like, oh, okay, now I can buy this thing.
Mhm.
Because I'd looked on eBay for a while and I was like, yeah, I'm not paying 100 for this set. But
Right.
I mean, that one's relatively affordable for
Yeah, I'd say, I
what a cool
mean,
set it
used, you're looking
is.
at about $30. I mean, it looks like a decent, like, still a smaller set, but a decent size.
Yeah.
Or frozen vintage.
Oh, whoops.
No, no worries.
There you go.
Oh wow, that thing looks like a yeah, those with the gnarly aliens with the gnarly alien
Yeah.
bodies.
The glow in the dark aliens.
Yeah. There's guys they have I think there's guys they have like armies of those aliens. I don't know if it's that one in particular, but I've seen them before where there's like people have like
Hmm.
armies of them.
Yeah, the alien commander from Mars Mission is probably the figure I want to see most come to Lego Legacy. He's like
Which
such
one's
a
that?
unique character because like he uses the same piece for both his legs and arms, and it doesn't look weird. It's a really clever build.
Let's see if we can find it. Let's
Oh
find.
yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Mars
that
mission
guy.
one.
Yep.
This guy?
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because you can tell the legs are just upside down on the
Uh-huh.
arms.
And it works. It doesn't look too weird.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's actually kind of cool. I dig it.
He's also like a stud taller than every other figure, so it makes him look kind of menacing. So
Yeah, no,
Hey,
he is kind of
you know, who knows? Maybe if they decide to branch out the space raid further in the future, maybe they can add like something like this in there. I think that'd be pretty cool.
yeah, add another tier.
Yeah.
space has been super fun with this update. The
Yeah,
Yeah.
Quincy
Let's talk
is
about the update.
surprisingly all right.
what was that about Quincy?
I was worried he wouldn't be great because his initial kit didn't look too impressive, but his heal can actually be like over 5,000 if you like target the right unit. So, I mean, Space still doesn't have a lot of healers. It's like what now? Gorwell, kind of Kelvin, and then Quincy.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
if you really want a good Space team, I think Quincy is pretty necessary. But I don't really think Space is going to have a shot to really like be meta until Jens is here. I mean, there is some stuff you can do, but you typically need like Redbeard in the team to at least have some control and healing. But yeah,
Yeah. And I mean, just mentioning back on a video that you made recently about chill specifically, space isn't necessarily going to be the meta itself, but I think the goal is to make the sub factions under space more of the meta defining things. So like you have the chill going in with other characters from chill to be good. But then I think you'll have like Blacktron will find its place somewhere in a team or something like that. Kelvin's finding her way into teams that have heavy tanks in it.
Kelvin is surprisingly powerful on offense. On defense, she's not so good though because she just randomly throws her taunt around with the AI.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really weird.
It's kind of like how that Magisto thing was supposed to work, but it never really worked right.
Right.
Right? Didn't Magisto have some sort of weird taunt throw around?
Yeah, he could give like a counterattack, I think.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, like even a character like Yuppie, who targets a hero and gives like offensive boosts, always targets an attacker. So the AI is there, just for some reason Kelvin just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it wasn't for that, I think she would be really, really effective in a lot of teams. I mean, she already is on offense. You can use her with like pirates and give the what's it called, damage block to Scarlet, or with Ninjago and give it to Lloyd. I've been
Mm,
using a Ninjago team with her on offense, and it's been pretty effective.
right. I mean, what the thing that I don't really quite understand right now still is I know that there's this plug and play ability that Space is going to have, and I think Vintage was talking about it earlier regarding the the sub what do you guys call them, the
Sub faction.
yeah, sub factions, like the tech, or the, you know, like the techie, or the you know, just plug and play stuff. The the whole thing that I am really interested too in is this whole thing with the set. I mean, I'm not really good at reading the whole, like, piecing it all together, but
Hmm.
with the new set, would that make a big difference? Would, say, like in arena, if you went full space, you think? Say like a month.
I think honestly the Ice Station Odyssey might be the best set for arena because it gives you, I think at the max level, like 20% extra speed, which allows you to go before them, and then like Kelvin can reduce pep on Lloyd, and then you can like stun him with Reed, and then you can just target whoever you want, like take out Garmadon, or with Pirates you could potentially like Dispel, although does the which space set gives it the chance to dispel buffs? Is that the Ice
That's
Station
the
Odyssey?
no, that's the Galaxy Explorer, the
Okay,
classic
yeah.
space one.
Yeah, so that might be the better set for pirates, but for Ninjago, EMZ was showing me this. The Ice Station Odyssey is surprisingly good versus them because you can just get out before them and then control Lloyd's stealth, and from there it's relatively easy.
Mm.
Interesting.
What do you run in arena right now?
It switches every day. I think right now
Yeah.
I'm running like a Redbeard, Scarlet, Lloyd, Wu, and Jay, just that kind of
Mhm.
typical team. That's kind of like my default if I don't really have another team that's holding well that day. But
Right.
I like to test weird teams, so right now I'm at like rank 100 or something. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you're Frankenstein in it all together. See if you can kind of
yeah,
fit together something, for sure.
Yeah, I would
That's
say.
fun.
I mean, I'm running just pure Ninjago right now, and this the Gear 7 has been like I don't have Gear 7 yet, but I have 5 out of 6 pieces on Kai, for example, and he hits insanely hard now. It's insane.
Oh yeah.
he is amazing. I paired him with Gorwell and a couple other units a while back and got a 22k hit from him. So and that was at Gear 6. So with Gear 7 it could be more.
Yeah. So here we'll do a little progress update, and you guys can pitch in as you see fit. But so like for example, here's
Frozen.
my Kai. We got level 53. We got 5 out of 6 pieces on him, and he's hitting 15k crits on his ult, like well under dojo with Garmadon, but
I think we're
just
frozen.
oh, whoops, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, a 15k AoE is.
Yeah,
I mean,
So
that could take out most units and just be a complete team wipe.
yeah. So
that's so
I'm
sick.
just missing his one last piece, which at 55 I'll get to, but
Oh, and
like
that's 500 attack as well.
yeah. So we're today, me and Seiko and Shizrin from Whizbang were looking at all of these purple pieces. And Bricko, let me tell you, I have really bad news.
I know, I saw.
So out of all of the characters, you want to guess who has one of the worst pieces?
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
character that definitely needs it.
24 grit.
Tremble before the power.
Uh, that's just
Uh,
so tragic. And then like his other ones, like he has a couple that are okay, but like he just has so many bad ones. Like there's 3 of them that are bad, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
That one's good.
it's pitiful.
Yeah,
He's got no shot.
That's
what
dirty.
is this? Like there was only, I think when we looked through almost every single character, there was only like 3 or 4 that either had grit or skill. So
Oh, that's
the ones that I remember were Blacktron Dwayne, Great White, and also Fitness Instructor. Those were three of them that I remember having this kind of thing to them. So I mean, but Blacktron Dwayne just coming out left and right, getting destroyed with the rework, getting destroyed with Gear 7. You just can't win.
He was, in my opinion, he was nerfed. I was hopeful with his rework. I mean, it initially didn't look great, but I thought, okay, Quincy's gonna come, give a bunch of synergies. He's gonna be good. And then Quincy, the synergies were there, but I don't know. Even just testing him in the event with the team they give you, I couldn't get over a 3K hit with him.
Yeah, it was so disappointing. Like,
It's rough.
I definitely wish it was better. That's for sure.
Yeah. On a positive note, though, Kartovsky in the store for 300. That's incredible. I would have
Yeah, I'm
never
probably
guessed
gonna
that.
go for him.
Yeah,
Never have guessed that.
I think in the store the best deal is going for Kartovsky.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Especially
after
if
you
he
get
stays a Master Shop character, which is what it sounds like.
So I
Yeah.
will say it does look like we will see Kartovsky again in a different kind of event, which I won't talk about because it's not really public information, but there's a chance we will see him again outside of the Master Shop, but as far as I'm aware, it looks like he is sticking to the Master Shop.
Yeah, he's
So
not
this is
getting a
definitely good.
farmable node from what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Can we talk about these tier 4 elixirs?
Yeah, so
I'm so
don't you
confused.
know it is available from Monolith Waste?
I did not see that.
Yeah, so
Does
if you want your
anybody
tier
take
4
these?
elixirs, Monolith Waste.
Does
You know,
any
it's
character
go
take
to
these yet?
map number 8.
No, there's no character right now that uses tier 4.
Oh wow, you have 46 of those bad boys?
46, what?
Oh, the
How
set
many?
tools.
I have 46 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. Watch out. Look, I only have 23 of these. What's going on? Okay.
Wow, where are you getting all those set tools from? Oh, the timed and probably
Yeah.
stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
Wow. I'm curious.
But
as to
I
how-
definitely think I think you don't want to buy these here because seeing these
No.
here, I actually honestly believe that Jay's going to have this exact same shop structure.
Yeah,
say that again,
I
Jay?
mean, we were speculating that they would remove the tier 3 set tools from his store, but I mean, they just added them here, so I doubt it.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to add the tier 4 ones, and that would make a lot more sense. I mean, there's obviously less characters in Jay's, but it's also a shorter event. But I think we'll still see this block here, the 4 elixirs and the 4 set tools. I don't think that's going to be going away.
That's a great move.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the better event stores.
Oh yeah. Love that thing.
Yep.
Kartovsky though, that was a major surprise too.
Yep. So I think Kartovsky's definitely the one to farm. If you guys want to save up, if you're unsure, I honestly wouldn't be buying him until you can get him for sure 5-star, just because under 5-star not really usable. And so as long as you get 19,000 event currency, that's 5-star.
Yeah, it's basically what I'm doing. I'm just hoarding for now.
Yep.
You know what I did, just like the gambler in me. I did like a 2000 pack, and it gave me 10 of the set. And then today I thought I was gonna be cute, and I did another 2000, and they gave me reed tiles, 12 of them. So I'm not gonna be cute anymore. What's the strategy? Just hoard them, right? Just hoard them.
Yeah.
And then before the event ends.
I think the store typically stays around for like an extra day now or something after the event ends.
Which I actually do like. I will say that.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I mean, I so far am liking the majority of the Year 7 characters because a lot of characters are getting a very solid boost. There are a couple characters that did get just kind of the short end of the deal there, but yeah.
Oh, Steven in the chat. What's up, Steven? Hey, give you an idea, that Bespin dual set was available today on Lego.com. I don't know if it's still available. It's available on back order. not to interrupt what we're doing here, but I think Steven came from the other channel.
Oh,
Good to see
yeah.
you. Welcome. So, what are you farming right now, Bricko?
What am I farming? Mainly gear for my pirate team and my chill team,
Yep.
because chill, why not? And pirates for woo. Hopefully, I'll get a 6-star woo. My fingers are crossed. We'll see. It may not be enough time to actually get to level 60 though, so we'll see.
So I
But
will say,
That's interesting. I forgot all about Woo will come back. So that is phenomenal. That's a phenomenal strategy. I mean, I was just farming up pirates just because I use them in arena, but that's just like a double banger right there.
yeah. So to piggyback off of that, so we do know that Woo is coming back soon. I forget exactly what day it is, but we're looking at, you know, it being, relatively short after. And a lot of people with the booster pass are going up a level every 3 to 4 days. And, I think it'll pretty much average out that throughout the entire thing. Maybe get closer to the 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
But,
So the booster pass is something that I was actually waiting for today. I know there's been some analysis done through the Discord and people talking about
yeah,
it. And it's
so do we want to
obviously,
talk about the booster
you're
pass?
obviously in it. Let's do it.
All right. So, booster pass, $9.99, and you get in a lot of good stuff from it,
yeah, I've got a little like spreadsheet thing right here with the gems. So you get 1,400 gems, 100 per day. You also get 750 for just buying it.
All right, hold on. I'm
On
going to
top of
stop
that,
you real quick.
yeah, go for it.
So, with the 14-day pass, it's actually 15 days as long as you can manage to get your quest done after you buy it the first day and before it comes to the end of it on the last day. So, I would call that
Good
15.
point, yeah.
So,
Yeah, good point.
Say that
Yeah,
again?
so actually, yeah, that's a decent amount more
so
gems.
hold on a second. So, real quick. So, if you're looking at, oh, whoops, that was right there. So, it's on the timer how a lot of things in this game run. So,
Yes.
as long as so whenever you buy it, so say you bought it right now at 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
If you finished all of your quests for today after that, you're getting the bonus 100 for today. But then also on that last day, you'll be sitting, until 9 p.m. If you get all your quests done, you'll be getting that bonus 100 for that last day that technically shouldn't count. So that's 15 days.
So basically, buy it after you finish your dailies.
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
buy it, do your dailies, and then on the last day, make sure you do your dailies before it comes to the end.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Smart man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. Double dipping.
Okay, but anyways, carry on, Bricko.
Oh yeah. So the energy is worth like 700 gems if you did 50 energy refreshes. The extra free energy you get each day is worth somewhere around 100, and then the bags are 5,600. So all told, it's around like 8,500 or like 70, 75 bucks if you count all the extra gold and arena currency and whatnot. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a pretty good deal for 10 bucks. It's like, what is it, like 140 bucks a month for 20 bucks. So,
Yeah,
That's
I'd say.
that's
So,
a great value.
so I'll give my quick opinion on this. So I was talking to the Fancy Life about it, right after it came out, and that was before we knew that we got the bonus crystals on the start day. Like when you buy it, you get the bonus 750 crystals. But anyways, I was telling him, for $10, the 1,400 crystals alone makes it worth it. But now that you get the bonus 750 on top of that, the crystals alone is such a good deal. Let alone you're getting, over 5,000 gems worth of bag pulls to potentially get Gorewell, Willis shards if you pull big on something you already have maxed. Kartovsky's in there. Just a lot of good stuff is in there.
Yeah.
And I was even telling him the bag pulls every day is almost worth it alone. I feel like
Yeah.
it's a chance and it's a risk, but I mean still.
I mean, at the end of the day, even if you've done them in the past and you're kind of tapped out on them, that's
Mhm.
just you're farming more master shards.
oh yeah, that's been helping me get really close to Willa. I'm
There
like
you go.
5 tiles away from unlock, so that's been nice. I pulled like 20 of Ash today, which was extra.
Yeah.
Are all of your farms for like arena, like your minifigure farms for like arena and mashup, are all those completed? They've been
Yeah,
completed
pretty
for a while?
much. The only characters I'm missing are like Hot Dog Guy, Fitness
Yep.
Instructor, Demo, those kind of characters, but
Yeah.
all the main ones are pretty much done.
Right. How nice is it when like stuff drops and then you just need to level it all up to like 5? You could just do it in one clip because you have all
It's
the like the
very
mats.
nice.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah.
All right, Steven's talking about the Bespin duel set, so gotta flex it.
Oh boy, Bespin Duel.
Hey.
Bespin duel.
Steven, good to see you again. The Bespin Duel set, we're giving it away on Thursday, and then the Patreon.
Yeah. Oh, key thing.
But
Patreon drawing is next week, yeah?
Patreon drawing is next week.
Yeah,
Yes.
so next Monday is the
Yes.
Patreon drawing, so that's your last chance to get into it. I don't even
current
know if it's
odds
in the
are-
description.
It's 3-1. Hey, listen, we're a little chop shop around here. We'll figure it out. But we're talking. Your odds are 3-1 on that thing. So I think it's $24. You get the thing. I wish Steven had mentioned that I should have posted it on the thing. I really don't know how to use YouTube yet. I see the thing where there's like you could do like a Instagram post type deal. I wish I did. I wish I did. You gotta excuse me.
Yeah,
My
so
bad.
for those who are
Our
unaware,
Discord
what
bot-
he's talking about is Bespin actually did go on back order today, but it didn't last very long either.
It lasted a little while, but you know what was funny is I got reports that it still showed back orderable, and then when someone had made an order, they would receive an email like 45 minutes later saying that it was sold out, and then when they look back on the website, it still shows back orderable. So that was a little weird today. So I don't know exactly how quick, but I know there was a lot, just from the Lego community, there was a lot of people that were able to pick it up. My bad, Steven.
Sounds like the PlayStation
My bad.
5 pre-order that I had to deal with this last weekend. Oh my goodness.
I've heard what a mess those
Roller
have been.
coaster.
Is it really? I mean,
so
that thing looks crazy. It looks like a little vase type of wild looking thing.
Yeah, so
That thing looks.
So the PlayStation 5 pre-order. So last Wednesday they had their like full revealed the price, everything, and they're like, pre-orders will go live tomorrow. That night, almost every single major retailer put it up, and they were sold out within like 2 hours. And this is before PlayStation, their own website, had even put it up for pre-order.
Oh wow! So the retailers got first dibs, pretty much, like their distribution points, so to speak.
Well, I think they all just kind of released the pre-orders early.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Did you get your hands on it?
I got mine pre-ordered, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 a.m.
Did you
Best
get
Buy.
one,
Let's
Bricko?
go.
Did you get one, Bricko?
No, I'm not a console guy. I have a PS3, and that's about it.
I have a PS3 too. I actually recently upgraded the PS3 to a Switch, which
Nice.
is pretty neat because it's just better for us.
Yeah, the Switch is a pretty good console for also being mobile.
It's unbelievable. You just take that thing off. I don't understand why everyone else doesn't do it.
Oh,
But I
speaking
mean,
of which, they did announce.
get it.
They did announce the Switch 4K version that is coming soon.
For real?
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, Switch is weird as it is. It's like it feels like it's clunky, like old technology, like you would expect from like Nintendo or like a Nintendo console, and like just the feel and the finish of it. But you could tell that there's a lot of like intelligence inside of it. You know what I mean? It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. We got into it with that Animal Crossing game for a little bit, but we haven't played it in a really long time. But
Yeah.
we get into the Mario stuff, which is super cool.
There
The
she
Switch is
is.
cool.
Yeah, I actually really like my case. My case kind of goes over it, and it still slides into the dock.
My big question is, do I play this this upcoming Star Wars Skywalker game on the Switch or not? Or do I need to
I
get a
think it'll run just
PS5?
fine.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty
Yeah?
good on the Switch actually.
Yeah, I think it will be actually really smooth on the Switch.
Mm. Upgrade it to a 4K Switch.
I don't think that'll
Attaboy.
be out by then, but yeah.
Yeah. So the Skywalker game, that's coming out. That was delayed. That was supposed to come out in October, right?
Yeah, it got delayed back to 2021. People are saying May 4 now, but I haven't heard that. I think it's just early 2021.
That's just people probably saying, for the meme, it's going to be on May
Yeah,
4th.
yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That would be
I
way
hope
too
it
long,
comes
I
out
think.
before then.
Me too.
I hope like January, like right after Christmas, just kick it off.
I will say, I
know?
think they did miss a big point by having it come out before Christmas, though. But, I mean, it is what
Yeah,
it
that
is with
would've been
current world
big.
situations.
I
I
mean,
am
they
glad
wanna
they're
have a
not
tight
rushing
product,
it though.
hmm
They want to
I
have a
will say
tight
that's my
product.
big thing. I like to see games say, hey, something's going to be pushed back and do it right, rather
Yeah.
than
Mhm.
releasing something that's unfinished and patching it later.
Right. Like with Battlefront 2, that was a bit of a mess when it first launched,
hmm
but eventually it recovered.
I think the best example though is No Man's Sky. I don't know if you ever heard of that,
Yeah, yeah.
but when
I
that
never
game
played it
launched, it
personally.
was such a bad game, like horrible game, like very bad ratings and everything. But today it is a very praised game for being very well put together and whatnot, because they've just updated it since then. I mean, they came out with a bad game, but fixed it at least.
Yeah, and especially like Lego games in the past have known to be pretty well polished. So I'm
hmm
glad they're taking the time because this is going to be a huge game. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
all 9 movies, like what 45 levels, something like that. So
You also have to think
I'm
this is their
yeah.
first game back into this style of game. Like the last one was the Marvel ones, which it's been a couple years since those have came out.
Yeah, and the last Star Wars one was like The Force Awakens, which was years ago.
Yeah. So I really do hope it goes good.
And if it does, there is huge potential for continued DLC, like with Mandalorian and whatnot.
So I'm not sure how much you've looked into it, but there actually is already confirmed 2 Mandalorian DLC packs.
Yeah, I guess more like DLC levels.
Yeah,
What is DLC?
downloadable content. It's
Excuse me.
normally something you pay for.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
it's like
these
a
codes too on
add-on.
these Lego sets too, right?
Yeah.
There's tons of these
So,
codes
like,
all over these Lego sets.
for example, the Advent calendar.
Yep.
You have it comes with the code for the Skywalker saga.
Yep. That's got to be a Vader with a sweater, right? That's got to
I
be
mean,
the
if
Vader.
it isn't, I'm
Poe
gonna be
with a
sad.
sweater. A lot of those advent count. Well, the city one actually has a police sweater, ugly sweater with like a police dog with the hat. It's pretty cute. I mean, if you're into Christmas sweaters for your Lego, it's pretty cute.
All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna grab my ugly sweater. I have a Star Wars ugly sweater. 1 second.
Oh, you have one? Oh, I love it.
Let's
I love
see it.
Yeah, I got to tell you that trailer commentary on that thing was super impressive. I hope that
Thanks.
reaches
Yeah.
to people.
Yeah, so far it's
Alright.
been doing pretty well, and people seem to be enjoying it.
There you guys go.
Wow, that's a nice
That's
one.
beautiful.
Yep.
That's a nice one, dude.
And then on the back, it's just the pattern continued.
Yeah, I like the AT-ATs in there. You call them AT-ATs, right?
Yeah.
You can't call them at. Can you?
Yeah.
You can't
I
call
mean,
these
you
things
can.
you? You can? I don't know. How do you feel about that? It's like a
I
big
definitely prefer
discussion
AT-AT.
in the Star Wars world.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
call them AT-ATs, but I think, well, in Empire Strikes Back, they only called them Imperial Walkers. They never actually called them by name, so I guess there's no real canon version.
Yeah, because I remember in the in that Lego show, They were calling them at-ats. And I'm like, I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, that's
Remember
always
what
been
was
a
it?
little weird.
Yeah, it was that show on Fox, the Lego Master show. They were calling them at-ats.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Super thrown off. Super thrown off. I'm still thrown off. Can you tell?
So real quick, want to address a message that Steven put in the thing. So apparently in Europe, Lego is having magazines come out with foil packs in them that have small builds. One of them being the Bespin Luke. And I will say the Bespin Luke is already
Nice.
on the ropes a little bit because he is in a different set. He is in the first Cloud City set. So he's not
It's
an
called
exclusive
Betrayal
one.
Cloud City.
Yep.
Yeah, Betrayal at
And
Cloud
the
City.
Darth Vader, for example, not the correct cape, but with the printed arms, is in the Emperor's Showdown or Emperor's Final Showdown, whatever it's called. The
Final Duel. It's
yeah.
the Final Duel. Yeah. Final Duel. It's
The
Final
new
Duel
one that
set.
has Palpatine, the Royal Guards, and Vader.
Yeah. I can't. It's been a long day for me. But it's just a different cape. For some reason, this one has the Bespin Duel has the hard cape. I don't remember. It's the hard one or the soft one, and then the Final Duel set has the opposite, which is strange.
Yes, Deez, this was the Bricko face reveal. Definitely watch the beginning of the beginning of the stream.
If you pause it at just the right time, you'll get it.
Yep.
Can confirm.
But you got to pause it just at the right time in the beginning. It's just the unfortunate thing, you know.
Yeah.
When's the next update? We just had an update, Reptile Man. We just had an update. Let's let's be happy with the update that we have, guys. Come on. There's 4 things in the timed quest. I don't think I've ever seen timed quest with 4 of them.
Yeah, they're popping off.
So all right, let's
Yeah,
just talk the update in general. Good, bad. What are we thinking?
Overall, pretty good. I feel like they're setting up for the raid. I think it's all going to come down to how good that update is. But I feel like this one's overall pretty solid.
Yeah, I'll say
I'll give it 2 thumbs up too.
I like them adding the level and gear, but yet again, it's also the point of they're adding new stuff with nothing to use it on.
Right, yeah.
So it's just going to be how raids go. Like, I really hope they're good.
I forgot about the gear grind until just recently. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, that was
Hard node
That
gear
was
grinds,
hell of a
back at 'em
grind.
again, making me hate 'em.
It's almost nostalgic.
I
Brings
can't
me
say for
back.
sure it was Lloyd, but I swear there's one character that I've worked on that had 2 hard node gear pieces that I had to farm. I'm like, no.
Did you hit 53? Did any of you guys hit 53 yet?
Yes.
I'm at 52.
You did. Of course you hit 53.
Did you see Tibbs at 57?
I mean, are you surprised?
That's unbelievable.
She'll probably be
I
at
did
60
not see that.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I would say
Oh
somebody
my
was showing off her gear 7 today. Like, hey, look, the first gear 7, and it was still showing level 55, and I'm like, she was 55 2 days ago. No way.
What's wrong with this picture? She should be 60 by now.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what's taking her so long. It's only 67. Yikes.
Knowing her, she'll find a way to get to level 70.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's hardcore, man. That's hardcore.
Yeah, but I'd say
a lot.
most free to play people should be hitting 51, if not almost 52 by now, if you're playing every day, getting all your energy.
Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of refreshes, and I hit 52 yesterday, so...
Yeah, same with me. I've actually I haven't been doing many refreshes, but sometimes I don't know if it's called panic farming, but I'm like panic farming the gear because I'm like oh so close. I feel like I'm just getting juiced.
Oh yeah,
And
you
I'm
gotta get
like,
that your one way, and you're like,
I'll
oh
hit it.
come
I'll hit
on,
it for 100.
what's 100 more energy?
Yeah,
$10
I'll hit it
bucks
for
worth of
100.
gems. What? It couldn't hurt.
So that might have happened to me at least once a day or something, or once every other day. But
Yeah, I'm
otherwise,
preparing myself for 54. I went through, I wrote down where the gear that I could find for Jay and Wu were, because those are my two 54 Gear 7 characters. So I wrote
yeah.
them down so I know where it goes, and there we go. So soon I'll have it ready, hopefully already be able to be made, so I won't have to worry about panicking it.
I was gonna make Dwayne my first Gear 7, but now I don't know. That grit is not looking too appealing.
Yeah.
Just abandon ship, you know? Abandon ship. Especially since it's so like there's so many tastier treats right now.
Yeah.
You know? We
Oh,
haven't
I
yeah.
was
gotten to
surprised by
the
Redbeard's Gear 7 stats. He's gained so much health.
oh my god. He's such a beast.
Yeah, I'll say there's
Cook
a
Bart
couple
too.
characters that got really good attack and really good health from this, which is ridiculous.
I almost feel like we might see Highwayman make a return with all his attack
Like, I think
increases.
Kai
Oh
was
yeah.
honestly one of the ones that got better off because he gets like 4 attack boosts.
Yeah.
Kai?
Yeah,
Did you
it's
say
insane.
Kai? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean Kai's a beast. Highwayman, we're definitely gonna start seeing that guy pop up again with his
Because
little
he also
sneaky
has
self.
that 525 attack piece. Or whatever
Yeah.
it was, 425, 500, I don't remember.
Is there a guide for all that up? Did anyone put like an infograph for all that? I know Seco normally does things like this, and I know
I
you
don't
were
think
saying you were
there's
talking with
one
Seco about it.
yet.
Yeah,
I know Deez has
that's
been
gonna be
Deez. Shout out to Deez,
shout out to
LLHU.GG. He
Jeez.
has been working on getting a lot of stuff, which I'm not sure when he's going to add it to the website and whatnot. But like he has all of the XP values for the levels. I'm sure he has
Mhm.
all the gear stuff. Just hasn't gone out and shared that kind of stuff. But he's also, found some upcoming stuff in the game files that hopefully is good. I would love to see some new stuff that isn't complained about constantly from the get-go. So,
Yeah. I'd love to see some content.
hmm
Mhm. I mean, it's coming, right? It's
Yeah.
coming. I mean,
Raids are on their way.
what's the best way to prep for raids? I mean, what do
Well,
we have? Like a month? 6
it's
weeks?
probably. My guess is the update will come late October. I could be wrong,
October, yeah.
but in Galaxy of Heroes, to even attempt the final tier of the raids, your units have to be 7 stars. So I don't know if that's going to be an element to the Lego Legacy raids, but if so, it might be worth it taking some not great units to 7 stars just to have them there as well to even try to use them.
So I was actually thinking about
Okay.
this. So my prediction is you're going to have your normal tier, quote unquote, and that's going to be you can use any character, any star, doesn't matter. But then you're going to have your hard tier, and I think that's going to be 5-star or higher. And the reason I say 5-star is because of master event characters. Because I think
Oh, okay.
because there's no way they can't allow you to use master event characters when they're hands down the best characters in the game.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, also they did say that they would only launch this raid at the beginning with like 1 or 2 tiers. So they might
hmm
start at like the 2, 3 star tiers and eventually move up and eventually give
Mhm.
better rewards. So who knows? Maybe early on it'll start pretty simple and
hmm
then it'll build up and eventually reward like raid gear, that type of thing.
Ugh. Raid gear. That would be crazy. Like just some extra gear. Like not like a currency, but like an extra gear pocket where you only get it through raids. That would be super interesting. That
So
would be
Star
super
Wars does
interesting.
that, and let me tell you, it sucks.
Oh,
It's
okay. Well,
bad.
I don't know.
It's not the greatest system.
But then again, Star Wars
Shucks.
also has the issue of where you have to get 50 of something to craft most things, like as you get later on. Whereas this game, so far the highest thing I've come across is now some stuff takes 12, which isn't bad, but
Mhm.
Yeah. Even to get to Gear 7 in Galaxy of Heroes, some things are like over 20. So,
mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a grind. The gear has been a grind. I think I just finished Scarlet today on her 52s, and then I did Redbeard immediately. I don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot to. Ugh, It's just a lot. I'm definitely logging in the game a lot more now since
Yeah,
this update.
I
just
think
to
that's
kind of
a big thing that they're. I think that
things.
the reason that they push this before raids is because they want people to get back into the game. Because I think they are
Mhm,
aware that people are starting to slack off a little bit. So I think they're trying to get
mhm.
people pushed back into the game. Logging in daily. So when these raids come out, people aren't saying, "Oh, this is too difficult" or whatever. Because then they'll be like, "Yeah, you had 2 months to prepare for this."
For
Right.
sure. And one thing I think is really helping with that is the daily booster pass thing. Because
Hmm.
I'm finding that now I'm actually doing my dailies to get that extra bag at the end of the day, which I have not been
Right.
doing for like 2 months. So
Yeah.
Well,
it's pretty clever.
Hmm.
it's what a great value. I mean, we already went through it and all that, but I mean, what a great value. I'm definitely gonna. I wasn't aware of that double dip thing. I knew there was something going on and how to do it, but it just for some reason it wasn't laid out clearly in my mind.
Yeah.
But that makes absolute sense. So before, let me let me see if I got it right.
All right.
So before you start and you complete is when you buy into it, and then you have to time it so that you're able to complete it again before it runs out.
Yeah, before the time you bought it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay,
So
gotcha.
basically,
So
you have your quests, and let's take noon for example. All right. So you can still do your quests, just don't claim them until noon, for
oh,
example.
okay.
At noon, you
That would
buy
have
the
been my
booster
other
pass
question.
and you claim all your quests.
Mhm. Right.
Well, I'd buy the booster pass, restart the game, then claim them just to be safe. But
Mhm,
anyways, do that, and
mhm.
then the next in 2 weeks, that day you have to make sure you finish all of your quests before you hit noon, and then buy the next week one at noon the next day if you
Right.
buy
Okay.
further.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into it. Have you guys
Yeah.
seen a noticeable difference in the arena with the arena payout times? I feel like it's been a lot more active, like in the top, 20 or 10. It's very active, it seems like. I think that was a good move too
Yeah, I
to
would say
get
I think
activity
I'm
going.
even doing arena more. Like
Yeah.
it's not that I really want to. It's just that I'm for some reason because I'm logging on more. Every time I log in, I go to the arena, do my arena battle.
Right.
And because they have these time quests where you're getting stuff that's good. You have the bonus rewards now, which aren't much, but that little bit of arena currency here and there definitely adds up, which is nice. Because like I just got my Valiant to 7 stars today. I mean, I haven't promoted him yet, waiting for the money bags, but
Hmm.
he's there.
Hmm.
But it's nice to get that
Hmm.
little bit of currency to make it just go a little bit faster because arena farms are probably the worst farm in the game.
Especially now that Scarlet's there, because new players are going to try to get probably her and Valiant together, and then they also have to get Lloyd somehow. So there's now like
Yep.
All
three
right.
good options there.
Yeah. So I'm going to throw in my disclaimer about Scarlet and Valiant. If you've already been working on Valiant and he is, almost 6 star or is 6 star, keep working on him. Don't work on Scarlet because I think 7 star Valiant is way better, like value wise, than starting your Scarlet over and leaving him at 6 star or 5 star, whatever he's at. But
Also,
like if
Scarlet can be good at 5, 6 stars as well. So if there's a little bit of a delay, it won't be a huge difference.
yeah, so like do him first if he's almost there. Like it's almost worth it to just get him to 7 star to make sure he's there. But then if you haven't started Valiant or he's 3, 4 stars or whatever, I think it is definitely worth it to switch over to Scarlet.
Oh man.
That's just my
What
opinion
about
on it.
Lloyd? You think new players should farm Lloyd before or after going to Valiant if they're new?
So the big thing that I look at with this is so you need your 5 characters, right?
Hmm.
So the way I see it is you need to look at a faction and you need to pick 5 characters to get to 5 star. And Lloyd is definitely one of those. That is definitely worth it to get it to 5 star for when a master event does come around. However, I will say if you have your pirate teams up to have the Wu, for example, and you have Kai, Jay, Wu, Zane, and Nia, I think that team is going to be just fine. I mean, Lloyd definitely makes it stronger for sure, but I think without Lloyd, you're not really missing a ton, especially in PvE. PvP, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, personally, I feel like if you're a new player, just go for Darwin instead of Valiant and farm Scarlet first. And then you can probably get Wu with that team, especially with Scarlet. I mean, not having Valiant isn't going to cause you to not get Wu, especially with level 60 Gear 7. So
Hmm.
you may just want to ignore Valiant, go for Wu and Scarlet, and then switch to Lloyd. And, I mean, if you're running full Pirates, replace Darwin with Wu once you unlock him.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good tip because the whole woo thing in arena with pirates is a critical. It's a critical component of it.
For sure.
So that's
Yeah.
I like that.
And I will say it will be interesting to see how Arena does fare out with Gear 7, like once it's fully rolled out, like everybody has it. Because, some characters I feel like might drop off and some characters might shine, you know?
Yeah, it's a
So,
good opportunity for them to kind of balance some stats, which they've done with most characters.
for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, that's incredible. Oh man, Deez was getting dirted in the comment. Deez was getting dirted in the comments for not being active. I think Deez is still 51.
I
Think
think
he's
Like it.
Deez
still
is level
50.
50.
I don't think he's even hit 51.
Yeah, baby. Fearless Imperial
Let's go.
Rogue.
That's your leader,
Getting them
baby. Let's
down.
go.
Yeah.
You show them. You show them
Setting
who's
a good
boss.
example.
Nah, I mean, it's just. I'll tell you what, Cosmic. I've like when I, just going back, like just little nostalgia. When I stumbled upon the Discord with you guys in there, I mean, it got me so pumped for the game. Like everything going on, and Bricko is making. I think my first, my first touch with Bricko and Seiko both were on the Reddit. Um, I had no idea that Discord was there or anything like that, and then um, I think at that point, I mean, I don't know how many videos you had, but then you started ramping them up, and then the quality started getting ramped up, and I'm like, unbelievable. And then you had a bunch of Me Too's, like not name, but there was a bunch of like Me Too's, just like, trying to duplicate the thing. But I think the big difference was, I mean, work ethic and just the quality of the work. I mean, you can tell it shows. I mean, you must have like a notebook or like a group of notebooks where you're planning out multiple things in a row. Like, does that make sense? Is
Yeah.
that something
I
that you
use
do, or
I
like
use a
what's the
thing called
process?
Notion, and it just
Hmm.
helps me organize absolutely everything. And I've got like multiple video scripts going at every time. I mean, right now I've got let's see. Yeah, over 30 different ideas for videos. So,
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
I pictured it in my mind.
it's a
Yeah.
process, but I absolutely love it. So, it's
Hmm.
not too hard to actually put in the work because I do enjoy it.
What do you think? Any
And
maybe sneak peeks, like any big videos you're planning on coming up with?
Well, of course, the tier list is coming soon. I wanted to wait for the space characters before making that. I was hoping they'd come a little earlier in the month, but I might just make it an October tier list. And then some other big ones is, let's see. Uh, oh yeah, I've got one coming up on a Star Wars flip phone game that is like pretty much no one knows about, and it's a fascinating game. I played it
it's
way
a
back
flip phone
when.
game?
Yeah, it's a flip phone game, and
Sick.
the only reason I knew about it is because I remembered playing it, and I couldn't find almost anything on the entire internet about it. Eventually, I tracked it down, so I'm probably going to be talking about that because it's pretty fascinating. Uh,
Wow.
yeah.
Do people still play it?
That's interesting.
I
Is
don't
it like a
think so.
closed circuit game like Snake where you play it in your own bubble?
Well, yeah, I think the App Store for those phones shut down, so I don't think you can even download it anymore. You have to get like it in some weird way. I don't know.
APK
It's like
it.
We're
black
going old
market
school.
Lego games.
Imagine having to look up like unlisted Lego games, and people are like, "What is this guy looking up?"
Wow, that's fun. That's fun. I had it. That's the way that I thought that you had done it. I didn't know that you were, doing them all simultaneously, but it makes absolute sense with the way that you're able to. And then obviously, you know, I don't know if you haven't seen Bricko's video today, give it a look. But in there, you mention um, you're almost at 100, or it's like 98 videos up to this point, which is incredible, and obviously, shows that there's a lot of time, effort, and energy in there. And you have an aggressive goal of actually 200 by the end of the year. So it makes
Yes.
sense. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like the process,
Yeah. It.
So how are you going to do that?
Well, like I said, I've always got like scripts going, so I'm never starting a video from like scratch on a day unless there's like an update. Then it's like, okay, got to make a video. Everything else gets set aside for a day. But typically, I've got like a decent amount of ideas. I don't script out 99% of my videos, but I do have like a rough outline of what I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like the weekly reports, we do script because Seiko does his thing, and then I like take it and alter it to fit what like how I would speak, and add a
Mm,
couple other things. But yeah, so it's every day I try to figure out what video I want to do, and then just basically record it as early as possible so then I can do everything else for the rest of the day, like editing or thumbnails or whatever, and just it just kind of flows pretty well. And I try to finish it before it gets too late, but some days it's like it ends up being like 5 a.m. and I'm working on a video for the next morning. It just
yeah.
depends on the day, but hopefully now I'm going to be able to be more organized, and because I mean daily uploads is pretty intense, so you really have to have some kind of system
Mm-hmm.
to not go insane.
Yeah. Managing yourself is probably one of the most difficult things for anybody that wants to take the leap, where you're not told to be here at 8 o'clock and
Uh-huh.
this is what you have to do. Managing yourself, managing your time. I mean, I think that's one of the most difficult things to put a harness on. But I think you got a good launch pad for sure. I mean, it seems very disciplined. I'm sure these videos, I don't know anything. I'm a monkey when it comes to any of this stuff, but I'm sure these videos, they do take time. So it makes sense that you're doing multiple, you got your hands in a bunch of them and you have a lot of ideas and whatnot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's good. I mean, keep the content coming, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
thanks. Yeah,
definitely,
it's like I
love the
said,
story.
I definitely enjoy it, so it's not too hard to hit the grind and just
Hmm.
make the content.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's. Oh, real quick, I want to address something Dee said about Bricko doesn't actually sleep, and I believe that is true.
Yep, I can confirm Bricko does not sleep.
All right, but
Uh,
let's go ahead and open up to some questions. So it can be for any of us specifically, for Bricko specifically, for the game, whatever. But the first question I did see that I do want to answer is, so basically have 2100 gems saved up from the booster pass and wondering if they should spend it on a premium pack.
I'd say no,
I would agree about that, no.
especially because you
Yeah,
get a
don't do
free
it.
one each day now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But either way,
I did it twice. I did it twice and I said no. I got lucky once and I got dirted once. So,
So I will say, if you're looking to spend your gems on something, even if you're spending 400 on 2 energy refreshes, I feel like that's a much better value than the premium pack, just because of farming gear right now.
yeah. And if you're farming a character, you can choose the character you're getting tiles for instead of, oh look, 15 tiles for
Hmm.
demo dummy.
Also, like if you're on a hard node, refresh that hard node, buy an extra energy, you know, save you a day of farming it.
Yeah, refreshing hard nodes is very underrated. It can
Hmm.
literally double the speed that you farm a character with just one refresh a
And
day.
it's super cheap to refresh it, isn't it? 25 for the first refresh.
Yeah, on regular energy it's
Yeah.
25, 50 for monolith waste, but it's 12 attempts, so you're getting
Hmm.
the same amount of attempts per gem spent for the refresh.
Yeah, so definitely worth it to refresh. I would agree that they're definitely underrated, especially if you're farming gear pieces from hard nodes. Normally, 1 or 2
Yeah,
refreshes can get you the full piece.
the gear grind is slow,
Hmm.
yeah.
but honestly, compared to like Galaxy Heroes, it's not too bad right now, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
I'll
for
tell you
sure.
what though, the gear grind is a lot better that you're actually leveling up though. So, all
Right,
of that,
yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't mind the gear grind right now specifically because it gives me something to spend my energy on as I'm leveling up. Because I am buying more energy. I'm going through more energy. So it's nice to have something to spend it on rather than just aimlessly looking for something to spend it on. So
Yeah, I almost entirely ran out of regular energy farms, so the gear was much appreciated because now I'm actually getting something for all this energy.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
And
So
as tedious as it is, it's it's driving us to hit it a couple times a day, you know?
Uh-huh.
mhm. All right. So next question from Deez is he's asking how long till I get good, like as in he gets good, and I think we can't say for sure because you have to log in, and I think that'd be a good place to start.
Got him.
Oh,
I
got
think
him.
the real question is, can you ever truly get good? Or are we always on the mission of trying to get good?
That's intense.
How
Man, I wish I
does
had a
one
bonsai
get good?
tree
That
to
is
put
the
that right
question.
there. You know, forever improving. I mean, that's what it is, right? That's what this whole thing is, right? We got to always continue to improve.
Yeah.
So I like
I would say
that.
I think the only way you can get good is if you literally have everything maxed because I mean people are there. And
I mean,
yeah. I'd say
Tibbs
that's the
is
truly
Tibbs is
only gotten of the good.
Getting good isn't the
deep
destination, it's the
thoughts.
journey.
Oh, man. Dude, our comment section is awesome today.
Oh my
We got
goodness.
Smoke Up Johnny with the deep thoughts throw down.
I mean, it's the philosophy standpoint of how does one get good.
You gotta find your zen. Find your zen, you know?
Mhm.
Keep pushing. Keep on pushing. This raid thing, I'm excited because I don't know what to expect. I know that it's got something to do with space. I know there's a lot of speculation with this Gorwell thing and all that. I mean, Gorwell, it would be nice to see Gorwell farmable. Holy bajoli. Get some legitimate space teams out there. I think if once Gorwell becomes farmable, we're going to see a lot of different things going on in Arena. And especially with all this space stuff, with the updates and stuff, it'll be a shakeup.
Mhm.
I know I'm in bad shape though with my reveal from last week about not having Garmadon. I still don't have Garmadon. I'm in bad shape. I'm gonna get tore up.
All right, so we got our next question. We're gonna skip Deez's question because that's a question for Shiz and Seiko because they're out there trying to get everybody into it. But anyways, so the next question I saw that I wanted to answer was, what is a minifigure from any theme that you would really want to see added to the game?
Mm. Go ahead, Bricko.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, the Alien Commander, of course. Also, I
Yeah.
would like to see Johnny Thunder be a playable character. He's, I guess, in the game as the Brickspedition guide, but maybe he could become maybe even a Bricks reward. That
Mm-hmm.
could be interesting. Um,
Mm.
I think those are the main two. Also, Clutch Powers would be funny. Him and
Yep.
Johnny Thunder would be an interesting duo.
I think that would be great to see just kind of the interaction from that because I mean like the stories of them of like the characters talking to each other are like they're doing great on those and I'd love to see
Oh
kind of
yeah,
how those would develop out. I think it'd be fun.
yeah. The breaking
I
of
actually
the
read
fourth
some of the
wall is
ones from the
hilarious.
space. What did you say?
Oh, I just said the breaking of the fourth wall in the stories is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually read the ones from the space this time around, and it's pretty funny the stuff that they talk about. They're
Yeah.
hmm
I mean, they were bad guys or something. Like Bricko's a bad guy, and
I mean, all right. Well, I mean, you do know the initials of Blacktron Drain, right? It's bad.
ah,
Yep, Blacktron
hey,
astronaut Dwayne.
yeah, there you go, bad guys. I had no idea Bricko was a bad guy.
hmm
Terrible.
Now you know.
All
I
right,
mean,
Bricksford.
I think in the theme, it's like, I think Blacktron is against the space police during that time. So I guess
Ooh,
technically they are the
vigilante.
villains.
Oh yeah. So vigilante, maybe.
Yeah.
Got that bad boy thing going on up in space.
All right, Bricksford.
Vigilantes.
What character do you want to see, or minifigure you want to see in, or minifigures?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I have no idea. See, I have a. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a mono figure. Basically, a color, just no head, no anything, just a mono figure. I mean, it's gonna be a little weird, but throw a little flavor in there.
Yeah, that could be pretty
No
unique.
face. I don't know, because the only other ones that I can think of have serious IPs tied to them. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to see
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Well, yeah, my
That's
number
not
one is
happening.
Boba Fett, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Like, I would definitely say a lot of Star Wars characters, but that's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, Dwayne is
Right,
kind
so I
of
don't-
similar to Boba Fett. He's got like the helmet and the jetpack and the blaster.
Yeah. Okay, I actually have a question about
You know
Dwayne.
what?
Did they
He is the
update his
space Boba
animation?
Fett.
Yeah,
you know
I
what-
think they
Because
I
he
think they
now
slowed him
because
down.
his win animation. So after he wins, he now jumps up kind of how Reed does. I swear he never did that before.
Yeah, I think it used to be a more like sporadic animation, and they changed it a little bit. I don't recall exactly.
Interesting.
Mm.
All right, so I have one minifigure that I can think of. I want to see the M-Tron minifigure that basically represents minifigure Empire. I want to see that added.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's like the big one I would love to see, but I am a big fan of Ninjago, so I'd love to see somebody like Misako Koko or Cole or Sensei Garmadon. I would love to see those. That would be cool.
Ooh, even the Golden Ninja would be cool. I mean, technically it's a
Yeah,
reskin of Lloyd, but who knows?
Yeah.
yeah, that could be cool.
Golden weapon. Golden Lloyd. That would be sick.
Speaking of gold, Mr. Gold would be interesting, but I think they've already confirmed that he's one they want to add, right?
Yeah, so ones that we've saw them talk about before or show in some sort of sense is so we've saw Mr. Gold in their they've mentioned him once before, I'm pretty sure, but we also saw him in their like when the game first came out, their tour. So we saw
yeah.
Mr. Gold there. We saw Rocket Boy, which is a collectible minifigure. We saw him in that. WAF talks about Watermelon a lot, so I'm sure we're gonna get Watermelon Guy eventually. I'm pretty sure he's also talked about Food Meta 2021, which I would love to see happen.
That would be amazing. I want the pizza guy.
Because like you get like so you have Hot Dog Man, you have the Watermelon Suit guy, you have the Pizza Suit guy, you can have Corn Cob guy. I'm sure there's more.
Yeah, there's got to be another.
Pizza, hot dog, watermelon.
Oh yeah, there's a
I'm
banana
trying to
guy.
think. There's a
Oh yeah.
banana. Yeah, the banana guy. Yeah. Huh. You know, I've got this weird thing. This is something I was working on. Ugh. It's just this thing that I put up on. It's got like the minifigure series. I never really finished it. I actually have another one that's older, and it has like all the minifigures on there. You can barely see it, but
I should do
pizza,
something like that. I've got a
watermelon's on
bunch of
here.
those character sheets.
Yeah, I mean, I had a bunch of them, and I'm like, what I'd really like to do is just like do out an entire wall, but you know, if I ever wanted to take it down, so I was kind of just doing it on thick cardboard or whatever it was. It was one of the unfinished projects that I have in my life.
Yeah, I've got like a small half wall of set boxes because I, for some reason, never throw away boxes for like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
a weird. You know, I feel like that comes from like being a kid, like never having anything, like because I kind of have I have an attachment to that too, where it's like the box for this thing, and then I go back 2 years later, I'm like, why do I still have this? Set it, forget it, get rid of it. You know what I mean? But I feel like that comes from just not having anything when you're a kid. I've got these up here. I'm gonna probably build this thing out,
Ooh,
but it's a lot of work. I
some
mean,
nice ones up
it's
there.
just yeah, these are good ones. We've got the and all of them are actually sealed except for the Beatles. The Beatles is not sealed. But yeah, working on it.
Very nice.
I mean, I just like you were saying before, everything's a work in progress. You know, how do you get good? You got to just keep doing it. You know.
Yep, keep on getting good.
All right, so we'll go on to the
Keep
next
on getting
question
good.
from Steven. So do you guys have an Instagram I can follow, or are you exclusive to to YouTube? So we'll go around. So Bricko, where can people find you?
I have the YouTube channel, a Discord server, and I guess technically a Twitter that I've never used ever. But that's pretty much it.
All right, Bricksbird.
Um, phew. I've got a
I know you're in a lot
Facebook.
of places.
Yeah. I mean, you can just do a Google search for Bricksbird. I mean, I have a Twitter that I never used. I never logged in. I never did anything. I don't even know why I have it. I think it was just to secure the name. You know, there was a time when I thought this was such a brilliant name, and I just tried to start securing it everywhere. So Instagram, Bricklink, YouTube, Facebook, Discord. I don't know, man. Where am I most of the time? Most of the time on Bricklink and Discord. Instagram, I don't know. I just don't. I don't feel like putting in the work. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of work. Go ahead, you
All right,
vintage.
so I'm obviously here. Then I do have a personal Twitch that I stream other games on.
Have you been
Then
doing that at all? Like,
it's very hit or miss. I just started a new job, so I'm trying to work that out right now. But I do plan on going back on that. And like similar to Bricko, I will be making Skywalker Saga stuff on there, or
yeah.
streaming my playthrough of it. But so there's that. I have a
Mhm.
Twitter I've never posted to. I think I actually have like 2 Twitters I've never posted to.
Yeah.
I have an Instagram I've never
Twitter's a
posted
weird
to. Um,
one.
I have a
So
personal
you got
Facebook
creeper.
account that I've basically never posted to.
Yeah.
Look, so if you
The
want to
personal
find me,
Facebook.
Discord's the place to go.
The personal Facebook thing is weird. There was a time I used to travel a lot. I was in a hotel like 300 days a year. This is for like 3.5 years of my life. And um, when you're on the road that much and you're just around strangers all the time, you begin to realize like how Facebook is so embedded into people's lives, like on the personal thing. And what that did is that just, this was back in like the when Obama was coming to presidency, and I started realizing, I'm like, holy cow, this thing is just an absolute mess. And then I saw that documentary about the digital whatever. There's something on Netflix, and
Oh
it just
yeah, I heard
talks
about
about how
that.
the AI algorithms are just absolutely mind blowing and just like creating wild things.
Oh my goodness.
So
So, sorry, I
it's
don't mean to
nuts.
go further off into a random like side
Yeah,
story,
I mean,
but have
it's
you guys ever saw the story explained by Vox, where they go through and they just
No.
do random topics and talk about them? One of them was about trend setting, and it was talking about how like people will use like brute force to break trend algorithms, and it's just crazy.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the internet's nuts, man. It's nuts when it comes to that stuff.
It's a
Hmm.
I mean, I
fascinating place.
I believe in social media for like small business, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of business like small businesses, whatever your business is, I believe it's a very, or even like medium business. But when it comes to like social media for like large scale business, like that starts getting into the weeds, I think.
Hmm.
Or if it gets into like personal where like you're scrolling on these things for like 6 hours a day. I feel bad for the kids, like the teenagers, like my wife is 10 years younger than me. She had a cell phone when she was in middle school. You know what I mean? In middle school, we didn't even have pagers yet or whatever. You know what I mean? There was still like payphone. You know what I mean? So it's weird because you think about like technology into the future, like 10 years, the past 10 years, that's when like the first iPhone came out. Like that was only 10 years ago. The next 10 years from now is going to be bananas. It's going to like technology, the exponential rate of technology increases. Like 20 years ago, the computing power in your room took up an entire building. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's nuts, dude. This thing is insane. And it's super interesting, you know?
Yeah, the
Mhm.
speed
But
at which
yeah,
it's improving is insane.
unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like,
All right. So we'll
when
move
did
on to the next
Wi-Fi
one.
come out?
Well, I
When
mean,
did
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi come out?
6 just came out. They're on the 6th generation of it.
It's nuts. It's nuts, guys.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
But anyway,
Like, I'm going to
so
be 40 next year to give you a little perspective. So that's kind of like old man talk. This is how I talk to my buddies. We talk about technology kind of like grandpa, grandma, you know? It's nuts. Go
all right,
ahead.
so we'll go on to the next question, which I think is a great question. Is Kelvin waifu material? uh,
Oh, man.
I mean,
Calvin got a
I can answer this
major
for everybody,
glow
all
up.
right? Look in the game files and tell me what her name is. That's your answer.
Uh,
I don't know what it means. The
Oh
answer
my
for
goodness,
me
you don't
is
know?
no,
Oh my
no. Fill
goodness.
me in.
So in
Oh
the
my
game
gosh.
files, her name is Ice Planet Babe.
Gotcha. Ooh, I missed that memo. Kelvin did get a major glow up, though. I think that's the term these kids use. Glow up.
hmm
Right? Is that a term? Am I wrong? You guys know this term? Kelvin
Yeah.
got an upgrade. Glow up.
And Abo in the main Discord was trying to make Iggy the new Kelvin, and no. Just
Iggy.
stop.
That's the volcano dude,
No.
right? Oh man, that forgotten guy. I think Iggy is a forgotten guy. We talked about this last like he's
I'm
one
worried
of the
Dwayne will
forgotten
become
ones.
the new Kelvin.
When will Dwayne become the new Calvin?
He needs a rework.
Look,
How did he
Kelvin.
get dirted so hard? How
I
did
don't
Dwayne
know,
get
it's
dirted so
weird.
hard?
They removed his pep reduction and his extra damage against stunned enemies, and in return he got some like crit damage synergies, but as we saw with the Quincy brick pace, he still can't break like 3k damage, which
hmm
is weird, because I was getting over 4k hits with him before the rework.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that video worthy?
It's very.
Is that a video? Is that a video worthy analysis?
Probably. I've already been thinking about doing a video talking about Dwayne, because
Yeah.
it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Of all the characters, I don't think he was the one that needed a nerf.
Mm.
I will say, so based on kind of what they did, I don't get why they didn't touch Reed. Like, they could have just tweaked him a little bit here and there, but, like, they touched literally everybody else except for him, when
Yeah.
Gorwell was probably the best. I mean, yeah, Reed is pretty alright still, but, like, they could have made him better still.
Yeah, and
Maybe
it's
because
not
of
like
all the new
Space is
players.
blowing every team out of the
hmm
water yet.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And
That's for sure.
also,
I
why
mean,
is there not a space team at the end of Brixpedition? We've got the full cycle now, where we're starting to start the cycle over in Brixpedition again, and there's no new end game teams. Which why is there not a space one?
I don't know. I don't.
because
Have
they
they updated
garbage.
Expedition since it released? I think it's the same teams, right?
Yeah,
I mean, the same,
same teams.
like Ninjago City Collectible, or wait, no, Ninjago Collectible Pirates,
Yep.
right?
Isn't Slimer in the Brickspedition? No.
Yeah, that's
Don't
one
talk
of
to me.
the player teams.
Okay.
I got Tibbs' team the other day in Brickspedition with Bazilla, Egon, Winston, and Slimer, and that was a nightmare to beat.
I bet.
It literally took me like over an hour of attempts.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna get back on this Brickspedition. I don't know. I don't know how you do it all in one day. I was thinking about it, Vintage. You're telling me that you do it all in one day, and I'm like, God, that's like 7 times 20 minutes. So that's almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I typically don't do anything till the last day, and then I'll do like 3 or 4 stages, and that's it.
So what?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll walk you through my strategy, all right? So
Let's do it.
I don't have anything on Monday, so or not Monday, because it ends on Friday, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it Friday or Saturday?
you have to finish it by Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Friday
Yeah.
at 6,
Gotcha.
I think it rolls over.
But whatever, the
Or whatever
last
the
day
reset
before,
time
I
is.
don't have anything going on in the morning on the weekends, regardless. So, I'm sitting here at midnight, you know, just getting off work, chilling, and come down, turn on the computer, turn something on the phone, watch that, and just kind of auto it, and then occasionally look up to make sure I haven't lost.
Mm.
That's typically how I get my bricks footage. I'll just press auto and do
Auto.
something else.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I tried that method. I can't multitask like that, man. I'm like a terrible multitasker because then I'll forget about it. And even like I try that method with Arena too, when like just to try to minimize my need to stare at this thing and actually try hard. And I don't know if this is a fact or just in my mind. When it goes to the success completed winning screen, and if it stays there, it actually doesn't register. I'm not sure if I'm just making this up. Like, let's just say you're going from 9th and you hit 7th, and you autoed the end of it and put it down. I don't think that win registers. Anyone know about that?
I've forgotten about sometimes and had it just going and it register, and I have had it once where I forgot about it and it didn't register, but I don't know. I think typically it will.
I think it all depends on if
Okay.
you click through that screen or if you leave it there and your game kicks you out.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the big
Yeah.
deciding factor because I think it's like right after you click through that is when it like fully registers that it's been updated. But I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not good at doing it and setting it down. I get myself into a mess.
All right. So we got the next question. Do you think Bionicle has any chance of making it into the game?
I think yeah.
Unfortunately. What was that, Bricko? You think yes?
Yeah, but not for like a couple of years.
I think yes
think-
and no. I don't think. All right. So I don't think it'll come into the way as of playable figures. I don't think
Right.
you're going to be able to play them, is the thing. Because you have to think Bionicle isn't small minifigures. Bionicle is these big, large humanoid constructs, and that's what they're all about. I don't think you can see those coming into the game as playable characters. You could see it come into the game as a boss figure, and they use those as various boss figures throughout the game, which I think would be super cool.
Yeah. Like, why don't we get that added to Brickspedition?
Mm-hmm.
What about like a summon? Like you remember like the Final Fantasy, old school Final Fantasy games with like the summon? That would be sick. If
Yeah,
you're,
or
like,
even something
summoning...
like every battle you do, you have a % chance of having one of these Bionicle bosses come in and raid Pip Town, and you have to, have allies come and help you fight them off or something,
Yeah, like a random event.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be sick.
See, that would be such a
Yeah, that would be sick.
unique element that would really set this game above
All
the
right.
rest.
Someone go suggestions on the LLHU Discord. Type that up. Get that sent through.
I'll get that.
That's actually that actually sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, random events would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
like a
they can even put a
mystery
limit
event
on how many you
thing.
can do in a day, which would make it, more fair, but I think it would be really cool.
I'm still in the camp that, and I'm sure you guys all the same as I am, and everyone else that's been kind of discussing this game from the start here. This really is just the beginning for the game.
Hmm.
I mean, there's going to be, even just like with what's going on, like with right now with the level increase and all that, it reminds me of, the the earlier grind, which tells me that there's unlimited possibilities as long as the ability to produce that stuff is there, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the game from launch to now, yeah,
Hmm.
you like there really retrospectively hasn't been much added, but if you look at it
Hmm.
like in detail, there's been quite a bit added because you've had a lot of brick paces added, a lot of new characters have been added. You've had a good chunk of, master events now come through.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Brickspedition has come through. There's been a couple reworks here and there. Now we have a gear cap, a level cap increase. So retrospectively, in about a half year, they have made decent progress, but comparatively in today's like gaming age, I feel like they're still just going a little bit slower than a lot of these top competitors are, which is really holding them back.
I feel like maybe what's happening is like they're taking the time to build a solid roster of characters and give us time to get them to a high level to then
Hmm.
release content for them. Which,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, that would be amazing if like 2021 is just like the content year. I'd take that.
Yeah, I'll say
With
I really hope that, guild raids happen. Then yeah, you still have your new IPs come out because I love seeing that.
yeah,
That's
that's
super
good for
fun.
just
Then,
yeah, IPs have lots of
so have
potential.
those IPs coming out. Then you have, new minifigures here and there. Doesn't need to be a bunch, a few reworks here and there, but I really want to see more guild-based involved stuff. So, something similar to maybe Territory Wars, where uh, each guild will face each other. You set a certain amount of defense teams on each one, and then you also have a certain amount for offense, and you try and fight each other to see who, you know, clears more, gets more points, however they do it. But I would really love to see something like that really makes you dig deep into your roster and
We
really
could really use
strategize.
another PvP game mode.
Hmm. For
Hmm.
sure, for sure. I'd also
So
love to
yeah,
Yeah, I
see
mean,
like live arena battles, which I think might be a bit hard to implement, but I think it'd be cool to see.
yeah, I feel like live PvP is the future of these games. In like a few years, I think that's going to be the majority of the content in these games.
Yeah.
it should be right. I mean, I've played them before where it's like live. Some of those like, I mean, I didn't really get too deep into it, but like those battle royale card type things where you match up.
Oh, like Hearthstone.
Well, yeah, something like that. But I think it was like a Supercell one. It was like a Supercell battle royale card
Oh, Clash
jam
Royale.
jam. Yeah, something like that. That's real time, right?
Yeah.
I think so. No, the I think that's the possibilities are endless here.
Oh, and good point also brought up is next year is Ninjago's 10th year anniversary. I think we can probably expect to see something very big next year for Ninjago.
For sure.
Jeez.
Like I would say Ninjago had a like out of all the factions so far, I think Ninjago has had the biggest like thing around them almost. Like the space is competing definitely for sure, but space is just not there at the same point.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
because what Ninjago got a brick-based character, a master event, a brick expedition character. Let's see.
yep, like the city got updated for them, the
Right, right,
splash
right.
screen got updated for them.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like
There's a whole new neighborhood.
Ghostbusters stage thing, but I think even almost a little bit bigger.
Yeah, that could be really interesting.
So I think next year, I really do think that next year we'll probably see Cole during that, but you know,
My Garmadon's in terrible shape, guys. I need help. Ugh, I gotta.
Yeah.
Vintage, yours is at 3, right?
Yeah, so my Garmadon right now is definitely 3-star, but I'll see how many shards I'm at. I haven't done
I'm
today.
starting to see 4-star dojos out there. There's 4-star dojos out there. I think
Let's see here.
Rescue Me's got one.
Yeah, I'm at 11 out of 50, so technically 12 out of 50 because I just haven't done today's.
Mm.
But yeah, I've started seeing 4-star dojos pop up, and also starting to
Yeah.
see 5-star legit brick pace or Brickspedition sets also.
I don't
Yeah.
have a single 4-star brick set yet.
I would say I have a lot of 4-stars, but I don't have any 5-star.
Oh man. So you've been farming Lego house, right?
Lego house, yes.
Is that what you're doing?
That reminds
Predicting
me.
the meta.
Yeah, so Lego house, I mean, yeah, it definitely used to be better before the Lloyd nerf, but yeah, I'm farming him again, or farming it again, and I'm at 4-stars now. Well, I have the shards to go to 4-star,
Mm.
and yeah,
We're frozen.
I haven't switched anything. You're not missing much. Yeah, there you go.
These sets are gonna go past 5 stars at some point, right? Because I mean, there's still 2 blank stars, but you're
Let's see. Sorry, I think my Discord just crashed, guys. So give me 1 second. One second, Discord crashed. 1 second. We'll be back. We'll be back in just a second. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry.
So you may be able to catch up pretty quickly, even if you do miss a
Okay.
bunch of
Sorry about
brick
that. My
stays.
Discord actually crashed. So
Hey, no worries.
Did the YouTube crash?
no. Like it was my Discord itself that crashed.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. So let me get this back up so people can see Brickspurt again.
Not that important to see me. Oh man. So what were you saying, Bricko?
Well, just that Abo mentioned that they may eventually release another way to get tiles for Garmadon. So even if you are like a month behind on bricks, you may be able to catch up.
Thank you, Game of Gods.
Hey, I'm pretty far behind too.
I mean,
I think I'm still tied up front.
I've
So.
legitimately
Right, you
lost a little bit of sleep thinking about it between the past 3 weeks, and then I try to get after it, but it's like like I said, I don't know how you do it where it's you bang them all up in 1 day. That's oof.
I've only done 7 in 1 day once, and that was
I'll say I
too
think
much.
I think this is the first week I haven't done it all in 1 day just because I've been on so much. I'm just finding things to do and I'm doing them as I go.
Yeah, it's a really good update for that, and I mean the booster pass is helping, and of course the gear and stuff. There's actually stuff to do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna booster pass up tomorrow morning. I mean, I full intent meant to do it. It's just because I mean it's just so good. And I know that it's reviving. I know that something in there. I could just feel it. There's something happening, and it's reviving. There's a little revival coming. So,
Yeah, even just the fact of the gems in the bags is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But then everything else on top of that.
All right, so we can go on to the next question, I think. What is the best space set? So we did talk about this a little bit.
PlayStation Odyssey for Arena, right?
Yeah, I think it depends who you're facing. Pirates, probably the Galaxy Explorer for the buff dispel, and against Ninjago, probably the Ice Station Odyssey for the speed advantage.
Yeah, and you were saying that M's on Discord, and the official Discord was even saying and showing that, Ice Station Odyssey with chill, was it just chill or was it space?
I think it was mostly space, but yeah, it took
Yeah.
out a Ninjago team pretty effectively.
So that is something interesting. I mean, Ninjago don't hold well in defense anyways, but
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is the Ice Station Odyssey uses tier 4 set tools, so it is a bit pricey.
Yeah.
interesting.
I've been holding those set tools hostage because I don't know where I'm gonna go when all this dust settles. I mean, I'm still holding tight with the Woo Pirate team in Arena. I mean, obviously there's no defense in Arena, but it's been serving its purpose for me.
I
And
will say,
Yeah.
I will say for Arena, I swear one day I'm first, and then the next day when I wake up, I'm 30th. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
30th?
I seem to fall
Yeah.
from like 20th to 90th in a day.
Whoa. I think it's easier when you're like, and plus we have a lot of the homies around us, the minifigure Empire guys, like in the 10s and the 20s even. So I think it's easier to just kind of just try to stay in the bubble, you know? Like I find that I use my attacks a little bit more strategic, because I don't want to necessarily refresh to hold the 10s.
See,
But
I've
the
also found
pirate,
that it's almost better to hold second
Yeah,
because
for
it
sure.
people go
is.
for first, not second.
It
Yeah,
is.
in the
Or
global
third.
launch shard or the soft launch shard, if you can get to second, you can pretty much just camp there
Hmm.
because most everyone else in the top 10 is minifigure Empire. So if you're also one of us, you're not going to attack the others. So it's typically pretty easy to stay in second because if anyone's going to climb, they're going to go for first instead.
We have in our shard, we have like a couple outsiders from, like Whizbang M's. M's is in our shard. So shout out to M's. And we've got a couple guys running Ninjago heavy. And the majority of us are doing pirates, a variation of a pirate team with Woo. And I found when I do drop below 10, like I wake up and I'm like 13th, if I don't get a boogie on it, I'm just gonna start dropping, you know what I mean? So I
Yeah, it's
just try.
once you start dropping, you drop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then
That's for
typically I'm
sure.
just too lazy to climb back up.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. That's the thing. I mean, there is much more to do now in the game than there
Yeah.
was, you know,
Yeah,
a
with
month.
the booster pass, I'm actually doing the arena battles for the daily quest.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll end it on this last question, which is just a question from me. It's me, not anybody in the chat. But, uh, overall state of the game, good, bad. What are we saying?
Pretty good, but it's I think raids will play a big part in how I feel about that. Uh, if raids are amazing, I'm gonna feel great. If they're bad, eh, I don't know. Uh, but I feel like 2021 is gonna be the year of content. They've mentioned like Guild v Guild may come that year, although that was a long time ago. But we'll see. I think if raids are good, I'm feeling great.
Yep, I would agree with that. Right now, I am really enjoying that there is stuff to do. However, as soon as you hit level 60, you get those Gear 7s. What's there to do? Uh, but I am really looking forward to the Woo rerun if there's the 6-star Woo available.
Yes, that'll be
Um,
fun.
Jay, I'm looking forward to him coming back because I'm only a couple shards off of finishing him 7-star. Um, but like otherwise, like I don't care about Basil or anything like that. I don't even really care about the new like ghost character until we see the kit. But I mean, I'll probably try and get him still with my space. But like there's like it's just the leveling excitement, the new level of trying to get up there.
Mhm.
But I think once raids come out, that's gonna really, set in stone. Am I gonna keep, really trying to push in this game, or am I gonna just let it be put on the back burner a little bit and play it every now and then? Because like I think I'll always still be playing this game as long as it's around, just because it's a fun, enjoyable game overall.
Yeah, for sure. You know, one thing with the ghost that you mentioned, if he can give revive to zombie, Spooky might be pretty darn good in arena.
That
I
would be
feel like
interesting.
Spooky's decent as it
Spooky has
is.
weird revive mechanics already, so because you could have like the Willow with Basil that revive, then what if Ghost does that with Zombie, where he gives him the stacks of revive?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
And then maybe he could also give a taunt to zombie. Then it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Who
I think we'll
knows?
just have to wait and see how that turns out. I'm really looking forward to see how he is
Yep.
structured because all master events have been good. I will say I am disappointed that there has been two spooky master events already.
Yeah, that's a good
Mm.
point.
Like we've had Primo, so that's Castle Justice, I want to say. Not Castle, City Justice.
Mm.
Then we had Wu, who is Spinjitzu Ninjago. Then we had Slimer, who is Ghostbuster Spooky. And now we're having Ghost, who is something spooky.
Mm.
Which I could see it being collectible spooky, although he's not a collectible minifigure. Who knows?
Although, didn't they say he would like transcend tags or something?
True, true.
So
But
maybe
anyways,
he'll.
he
Mhm.
does definitely seem spooky though.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for
that'll
sure.
be interesting. But I do see what they mean by transcend tags. Thinking about it right now though, because I'm like I don't really know where he'd fit.
So
Right.
does that mean, they start talking all this transcend tag stuff? That means that there's like, you remember how so early in the game there was all this talk? You look on Reddit and it's like synergy, 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 synergy. And, you got people. What is synergy, synergy, synergy? And all this stuff with like this plug and play stuff, even with the space update, there's been a lot of talk of like plug and play. All these characters have plug and play abilities and capabilities. Is that what you're talking about with the transcending tags on this ghost guy?
I mean, we honestly have no idea. It was just
Yeah.
teased that he will transcend tags. I completely forgot about that.
Hmm.
I mean,
Interesting.
I'm really excited to see what kind of detail that means, and if he does bring good synergy with a specific team, or if he is general. But we'll have to just wait and see, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, spooky always seems like there's a lot going on in the world of spooky. With all the master shards with Willa, we had there were like always 300 in the store for a while, 300 gems for zombie and spooky girl. It always feels as if, or it always felt as if there's something going on there in the whole spooky world.
Hmm.
So this ghost might tip tip it out. I know D's he's a spooky fan.
Hmm.
Yeah, he wailed for Scarlet way back when in like November, I believe.
Hmm.
He's been on the spooky bandwagon from the start.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Spooky girl. Yeah, he wailed on Spooky girl. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's crazy. Spooky girl she's a beast, man. There's a guy in my shard. He's in our alliance too. Salty, and he's got a sick spooky team. And sometimes I just get throttled. Like I just get throttled because if you don't get rid of Spooky Girl first, bad things start happening. Like your guys they just start disappearing. Spooky Girl is a beast, absolute
Yeah,
beast on a full spooky team.
for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I do really think the ghost will be the kind of cap to the spooky team because like yeah, spooky is a good faction right now and they've definitely pushed up a lot, but I think that this ghost, if it is spooky, will put the cap on that and really set them as the big meta pushers.
yeah, I feel so. To answer your question, I feel better about it now actually because of see I was extremely competitive in this game. And then the moment that I was like, you know what, I'm just not gonna be so darn competitive in this game. I see it for what it is a lot more, you know. So state of the game right now, I feel good about it.
Yeah,
Raid obviously, but
I will say that, like looking back even a couple weeks, if you would have asked that question to me if how the state of the game was before we got the space Q&A and whatnot, I would have said the game's in a really bad state, you know.
I agree.
But you know, now that it's out, I actually do have promise for what's to come because like it seems like they're starting to get their flow going on what's going to be set in stone. Like this is the precedent going forward. This is what we're doing every time. And as long as they keep that, like if this shop from this brick pace carries on to future brick paces, that improves almost every brick pace
Yeah.
just
And if
by
this
that.
brick pace event cadence keeps up with like one every single week, the characters will be much quicker to farm, which is a huge bonus. And yeah,
Hmm. I will say I'm
Yeah.
still not a big fan of the event structure of these multi-character ones,
yeah, I
but
do agree.
the fact that Black Drain was on there, so it's only 2 characters, definitely makes it feel not as bad. But
And there's the
still,
chance to drop more than one tile, which the Ghostbuster one didn't have. So
yeah,
that's also
like it
nice.
definitely improved the Ghostbusters one, but I think it still needs a little bit of work. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how they've revamped the Tyranny of Justice one, because apparently they did a little bit of modifications to that one to make it a bit better. So
Hmm.
we'll see.
Yeah, but I guess unless you guys have anything else to say, I mean, we're about to hit 2 hours, and that was kind of what we were trying to cap it at. So unless you guys have something specific you want to say, I think we can go ahead and wrap this up for the night.
I got nothing.
Don't
I mean, I'll
think
tell you
so.
what.
Yeah.
We could probably continue on for another 2 hours, quite honestly. But I'll tell you what. I mean, this has been an absolute treat having you on, Bricko.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
I look forward to because it's just like everything, like YouTube, for all intents and purposes, what people get. It's easy to go down a rabbit hole, or you want to figure out how to fix your leaky toilet, or any of these things, and from the start, your ability to break things down in bite-sized chunks for the general public with a very good commentary and a lot of intelligence around it, it's a gift. It's a gift to the community.
Hmm.
So and to be able to follow this thing along, and as you continue to take next steps, and obviously you have goals and all of these things, that's also a treat to watch too. So you know
Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I will even say personally, you know, like I think you make great Lego, like LLHU videos, and I really am looking forward to seeing your stuff on other games coming up.
Thanks. Yeah, that's gonna be
So,
a lot of fun too.
I mean, you
so,
got it in you.
uh,
Got it
so
in you.
if anybody's interested in following along with Bricko, his Discord and his YouTube channel are both in the description down below. So the Discord, he'll post all of his videos there as well. You can talk to him there, give him video suggestions, some feedback, everything there. Um, so be sure to check him out if you haven't already, which I'm sure you all have. But uh, great
If you don't
content creator
know,
there, one of the 10
if you,
in the program. So,
if you don't know, now you know.
exactly.
But yeah, it's been a treat. Hopefully we could do this again. And
For sure.
great episode, guys.
Then just some last things to cap up on our end is keep in mind Bricksburg will appear on the Escape podcast this Thursday. I believe that's still on for you. Um,
It is.
that is when the drawing for the free Lego Best Spin Duel set will be taking place. If
I'm
you have
kind of nervous.
if you
I'm
have
nervous.
not if you're unsure about that or have not heard of it, there is a video on this channel and also Bricksbird's channel, which is youtube.com/Bricksbird. Uh, so there's videos on that on both of those channels. That drawing will be on that same day. And then next Monday, our Patreon drawing will also occur, which once again will be another Best Spin Duel.
The odds are 3-1.
Right now, 3-1.
1 in 3.
Keep in mind that one is a pay for one. So that is completely up to you if you want to have your chance at that. But I think that's it for just the housekeeping stuff.
We're almost at 100 subs on this thing, right? the Brickdown. We're almost at 100 subs, so
Yeah.
appreciate anyone that wants to click that thing. Just throw out a little charity.
Only a
click.
few subs away from hitting the 100 subs, and we can have the URL. So that would be great.
We had a
Yeah,
big
if you
jump.
haven't already, definitely subscribe.
Oh yeah, appreciate that
What are
one.
you doing,
We
puppy?
had a pretty big jump this past week. I think we went from like 70 to like 90 something. I need to work out on my side on figuring out because I'm really trying to get better at this whole thing. I'm really nervous about this thing on Thursday with the Escape podcast too.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. Those guys are fun.
Oh, wait,
So,
one
yeah,
last thing I just thought of. The
next
Building
episode.
Piptown series for Instead.io. I'm doing that tomorrow. I know I didn't do it last week, but that's because I just started a new job. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Bricko's been messing with that studio too, a little bit,
Mhm.
right? You made some your background, your new background on your YouTube is that thing that
Yes.
you made in studio, right?
Yeah. And I've been working on some stuff for streaming in studio. It's a really nice software. It's very intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. I do love it.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there. There's a lot of man. I think all of like the majority of the sets that get like on ideas, like Lego ideas, a lot of them are rendered in studio. So it's definitely a good
Mhm.
skill to have for sure. All right, Vintage. You gotta sign
All right.
us out of here. You gotta hit the button. How did the Escape podcast guys do it? Man, we gotta come up with a way, man.
They
We gotta
have
work
a
this thing
really
out.
nice outro.
All right. Look, maybe next week we'll have something fun, but for this week, appreciate everybody stopping in. Would mean a lot if you guys can subscribe if you're not already, so we can hit that 100. And thank you to everybody who came and watched this live and chatted. And we will see you next Monday at 9 p.m. EST.
All right. See ya.
All right, thanks again, guys.